Yes, he's best known for playing the Night Manager and, of course, Marvel supervillain Loki.
And talking of the Marvel Universe, she's known for her role as Agent Peggy Carter and also appeared in Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1.
But tonight, Tom Hiddleston and Hayley Atwell will be telling us about preparing to play sparring lovers on stage in Shakespeare's Much Ado About Nothing, which Tom describes as the original rom-com.
Oh, well, I love a rom-com and I do love Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Very excited. And bringing less of the romance, but no doubt plenty of laughs, is the meet tonight's guests. We've got broadcaster Jake Humphrey, comedian Adam Hills, and fresh from rehearsals for their brand new play, Hayley Atwell and Tom Hiddleston. Welcome now, Jake, we just watched that film about people trying to reach their potential, and obviously this is something that you focus on all the time in your High Performance podcast with Professor Damien Hughes. And a big theme that comes up a lot is embracing change, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I think change is something that we're not taught at school, right? And I think we all have this mindset that we need to change when things go wrong. And we've now done over 300 episodes of the High Performance podcast. And I think what we've noticed is that you need to change to make sure that things keep on going right. You know, the truth is the world around us changes all the time. And I think we, for a long time, thought that we had to have really strong beliefs. If we held onto our beliefs really tightly, then we were a strong and powerful person. And we speak to these high-performing individuals. You know, all of you in this room are high performers, and all of you know that if you try and do that too tightly and then the world changes around you, you find that you're either agile or you're going to be fragile, right? So actually, the ability to change is so powerful for people.
Yeah. You are, Jake, the perfect guest for January.
Are you
because
so
we're
nice?
all
You are.
we're all taking stock and thinking about the year ahead and maybe what needs to change. And you've written about all this advice that you've had in the book.
Yes.
But the book, right, is not particularly aimed at those high performance people, is it? Because the advice, as you've learned, you know, it can fit all of us at different times in our life.
Yeah, I sometimes think that I've given my podcast the wrong name, calling it High Performance, because I think we still have this idea that if you're high performance, it's about fast cars, big houses, pay rises, those joyful moments, right? And I hope that you will all agree with this, that you can spend your life working towards those moments that you think are going to bring you joy. When it happens, how do you feel? No different.
Yeah.
You know, Sir Edmund Hillary climbed his first mountain, and the rumour is that when he came down, someone said, "How did you feel?" And he said, "Well, I looked to my right and I saw a taller mountain." And that is the way that the human brain works, right? We always want more. So high performance is not about achieving great things. I've spoken to many high performers who are deeply unhappy and the struggle is real. So high performance actually is about happiness. It's about being the light in the room. It's about being optimistic. It's about being resilient. We have those kinds of conversations, and we hope that one listener, one viewer at a time, we help to change people's lives for the better.
Do you have T-shirts that say be agile or be fragile? Because that's awesome.
Hold on a minute. We need to go into business.
Yeah, right.
You sound like my kind of guy.
Guys, just wait on the merch chat, because I want to ask about the advice that you're sharing, you know, in the book from the guests that you've had. Can you give us a few of your favourite examples, the best advice you've received?
Yeah, I mean, we had James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, who said to us, every action that you take is a vote for the person you want to be, which is like a reminder that life isn't about, and people think this life's about these big decisions. It isn't. It's about the thousands of small decisions that you don't even realise you're making in any given day that get you closer to your own version of high performance, whatever that is. Yeah. We had an amazing conversation just recently with Bradley Wiggins, the cyclist, who obviously has been incredibly successful, but he talked about the pain behind his cycling, the trauma that he was going through. And I think if we stand for one thing on high performance, it's realising that opinion is totally valueless, right? We need to try and live in this world where empathy is much more important than opinion. We're in such an opinion-driven world with social media and everything else. So when we have these conversations, you know, we would talk to all of you guys about the challenges and the struggles and the imposter syndrome and the self-doubt. And we've got Sarah Davies, the dragon from Dragon's Den, on this week's episode. She basically starts by saying, for years, I just didn't think I deserved to be in the same room as the rest of the dragons. And I had to learn to be resilient. How do you be resilient? It's a good question. You become an optimist. I think the one thing that threads all of the 300 plus guests we've had in high performance is that they're optimists, man. Yeah. We all have bad days, but high performers think tomorrow might just be a great day.
Yeah.
So going back to the imposter syndrome, I mean, I definitely still got it. Tom and Hayley, have you, you know, as actors, have you ever felt like that? Have you ever suffered?
Every day.
Every day. We're professional imposters. That's
Yeah.
We pretend
Every day
that we're believing in the thing that we're doing, and we don't know necessarily what we're doing all the time. And having that sense of confidence and conviction. I mean, the rehearsals that we're doing at the moment are so free. When you said fragile or agile, it reminded me of Tom's very agile lunge that I've witnessed.
Well, there it is, yeah.
We'd love to see it.
There is space here, right in front of the show.
No, you have to come and see the show if you want to see the agile lunge.
lunging.
I'm not sure my trousers actually would cope with it.
Well, let's see what happens, Tom.
The night is young. Who knows?
How to Change Your Life is out now in paperback, a brilliant book. And the High Performance podcast is available, of course, on all streaming services.
It sounds amazing. Can I just say, it sounds amazing. I'll be listening.
So does the agile lunge.
Thank you so much. Thank
So
you.
much to
Performing agile
discuss.
lunge.
High-performing agile lunge. So we define our own success, don't we? And for me, it's an agile lunge.
Shortly, we'll be talking to Adam about the new series of The Last Leg, and Tom and Hayley will be lunging and telling us about giving one of Shakespeare's most popular plays a modern-day makeover. Right, let's get to this agile play you're doing. So you're rehearsing Much Ado About Nothing.
Yes.
You said, Tom, you came into the makeup room and you said you've been rehearsing today. How's it going? Why did you have pink confetti in your hair? Because he came in, didn't he, Lauren? We're sharing this now. To wash your hair, didn't he? You won't mind, do you, Tom?
No,
Because it was full of pink confetti. So what's going on?
Well,
It's just how he likes to work.
That's it.
It's part of his process. So don't question it.
Yeah, always pink confetti. That's a
in his
trade
rider.
secret. Yeah. Well, Much Ado About Nothing is about a big celebration, and loosely the plot of the play is that a group of very old friends come together to celebrate and have a big party. And at this party, two young people fall in love, and everyone's delighted for them. And also at this party, Beatrice, played by Hayley, and Benedict are these old sparring partners who have
Less
this...
of the old.
Sorry.
Yes. Experience.
Experienced sparring partners. And they've had this kind of historic chemistry, which is of a kind of dueling, sparkling wit. And everybody loves it. That when they come together, there's like one character says, there's a merry war between them. That there's this fizzy thing, but it's antagonistic. And then all their friends get together and help them realise that actually they were destined for each other the whole time. And so it is a great love story. It's one of Shakespeare's great comedies, and there is a wedding, and therefore there is confetti, and in our production it might be pink.
And there might be some lunging.
There might be some lunging. And other things that happen at weddings and parties. People get excited and they do agile things.
Well, this explains, Tom, why you called it the original rom-com.
Yes.
And having that kind of modern parallel really makes sense. Listening to you talk about it, does that come through in the rest of the production then, like the costumes, the soundtrack?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
When Jamie Lloyd, the director, called me to offer me the part of Beatrice, my only question for him was, how hey nonny nonny is it going to be? And will we be doing barn dancing? And he then practically shared a Spotify playlist with me, and the music was not in any way hey nonny nonny. And I think the great thing about Shakespeare is it's for now, for people now. Back then it was, the songs chosen at the time were very much of its time, and so we've brought it into a modern day, very kind of alive concept, which is very playful, very joyful. In the rehearsals today, I kept on thinking, because there's a lot of dancing in it, and it's like we were dancing like nobody was watching, but everyone is watching.
Everyone will be watching.
Everyone will be watching.
Yeah.
So there's a real sense of joy and celebration to it that's very...
Sounds great. Lauren, right, she's on it already because she asks, now Tom, she's done a bit of research. She says, Tom, your birthday is the day before the first show, while Hayley's birthday is the closing night. Oh. So will you be doing something special with each other on the birthdays or with the cast and crew? What's the plan?
We'll definitely be doing 2 performances on your birthday, because it's a Saturday.
Oh.
But I have a sense that the entire theatre will become a celebration of Hayley's birthday.
Thank you.
Maybe that'll be incorporated into the show.
For my birthday, I will perform for you. You are welcome. I am the present to myself.
Music, however, the music is going to be amazing. We've seen the playlist. It's going to be.
And I think also marks like just the end of the tax year, which is always something to celebrate.
Well, of course.
Maybe quite frugally
More confetti.
for me by that
Depends
point.
what your tax bill is, to be honest.
Exactly. And then yours is...
For my birthday, I know so it's the Sunday before the first Monday performance, and I have already done my homework. It is the day of Scotland and Ireland in the Six Nations
Perfect.
Championship. Very close to my heart. My father is Scottish. We have always supported Scotland together. It's a big one. Scotland Ireland is a big game.
Yeah. What a day out for a birthday.
I don't know if I'll be there, but maybe I will. Maybe I'll try and get up there.
Oh, well,
But what if I get sort of snowed in and I can't get back for the show?
No, such is life. Be agile.
Be agile.
Fight back.
Tell the understudy to be ready.
Change course. Change course.
Is there a chance you're going to be in a rugby game and the guy next to you is going to go, is that pink confetti in your head?
Listen, Adam, you're very passionate about sport and you love a bit of rugby league, as I
do,
understand.
yes, yeah.
And you've been made president of the Rugby Football League. Were you surprised to be asked?
I was surprised, as an Australian, yes, I was very surprised to be asked. Turns out there's 2 inaugurations going on this week. I'm going to be the president of the Rugby League for the next 2 years.
Well, I
Just
think
a big
rounds of applause.
What do you have to do? What's the gig?
Well, I get to wear gold chains. That was the first thing I found out.
Okay.
Ideal.
Well, there's two things going on. I want to go to as many local community games as possible because when it was announced last year, I got tweets from people from clubs in Workington, North Wales, Cornwall saying, "Can you come to our clubs?" Because for me, that's what rugby league is about in the UK. It's about all the community places. But there's also big stuff happening. There's a weekend at Las Vegas, matches in Vegas. I get to go to the Wembley for the. Sorry, I'm very, very jet lagged. Can I just stop? I landed this morning from Australia. That's why I'm in shorts because, as far as I'm concerned, it's still summer.
You know what?
You're
Don't
doing
worry. You had us
incredibly well.
at gold chains. We're happy with that. Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully I'll be going to the Challenge Cup at Wembley, where I think I might have to escort the Princess of Wales and possibly introduce her to the players. Nice. I'm worried the language might get a bit fruity. But
from you, from her, or from the players?
No, from her. I might have to put her in a cab and send her home.
It's a big job. Now, we must say, Much Ado About Nothing, going back to that, opens at the Theatre Royal Drury Lane on Monday, the 10th of February. And The Night Manager, of course. We haven't even got to that. Anyway, still available on iPlayer. New ones come in, so we could just refresh.
Can't wait.
Please do.
What a show.
Another programme back on our screens this week is...
Got Josh, who's like the world-weary West Country. I mean, what's going on with Pret a Manger?
That is very good, by the way.
If you put those three voices together, we kind of hit every demographic. I think like blokes and kids love Alex, mums love Josh, and I think maybe I keep the grandmothers happy.
In those shots, I don't know.
Oh, really? Yeah.
The show's changed a lot over the years, though, because initially the brief was 10 days, covering the Paralympics. And obviously over the years, as Al says, it's grown into such a different animal, hasn't it?
Well, it grows depending on what's in the news. So we've had to cover terror attacks. We've had to cover, the death of the Queen. And then every 4 years, the Paralympics comes back around and we remember why we love doing it, because it's joyous. And then we go back into the news again. So, I mean, who knows what's going to happen this week? We've got, President Musk in control of America and we've got a broligarchy. So there's plenty for us to deal with.
To talk about.
Yeah, but it just changes constantly.
Yeah. Last time you were on as well, you were on talking about the tennis para standing.
Yes.
And you'd made a documentary, which was fascinating. This weekend... We've got a picture. You were there, weren't you?
I was playing. That's why I'm so suntanned. I was literally...
You're still in the shorts?
Still in the shorts. Spent 4 hours
How
on
did
court
it go?
at a tournament in Melbourne. I won my category in the singles.
Well done.
So it's, for those who don't know, it's disability tennis, but for people who don't use a wheelchair. So you've got people with one arm, you've got people with one leg, with cerebral palsy. I played doubles with an amazing guy called Alex Hunt, who was born without an arm below the elbow on this side. Made top 2,000 able-bodied players in the world.
Wow.
Playing with one arm. And most of the time on court, we just discuss his dating profiles. Like he literally said to me, "Okay, I've got one arm. What's a good dating profile description?" And between points, we came up with, "If you like it, there's nowhere to put a ring on it." But then he and I played in the doubles over the weekend. We came runner-up in the doubles, and I think you might have a picture of us receiving our trophy. And then the next day, he went to the Australian Open and had a practice warm-up with Novak Djokovic.
Wow.
And Andy Murray.
Wow.
So yeah,
My goodness.
it's amazing. This little para-standing tennis is now making its way into Grand Slams around the world. The Australian Open is supporting it. Wimbledon had it as part of Road to Wimbledon last year.
Yeah.
The US Open had a exhibition as well. So hopefully we're going to get into all the Grand Slams. That's the
Awesome.
plan.
That's amazing.
Amazing. Congratulations.
I think, and it's a great little community. Again, disability sport is such an amazing thing because it's not just about the sport; it's about the community that surrounds the people that play it.
Yeah, and the stories too,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Well, the new series of The Last Leg starts Friday night, 10 o'clock on Channel 4.
Thank you so much to all of our guests this evening.
Clara and Vernon will be here tomorrow, and joining them will be Star of the Brutalist, Felicity Jones, and Joanna Lumley and Lucy Punch will be telling us about the new Motherland spin-off, plus Matt's here with Watchdog. Have a lovely evening.
Good night.
Bye.